The National Grid has today launched its scheme to reward customers for using less energy at peak times, with those households that use smart meters eligible for discounts if they cut their usage between 5 and 6 p.m. Here to tell us how that will work is Craig Dyke, who's head of national control at the company. Hello to you. Thanks for joining us on the programme. So you have to have a smart meter, then what happens?
So the basic premise is you have a smart meter installed at home, and if you're a signature to one of 26 suppliers, you can make contact with your supplier and they'll be able to issue an instruction today requesting that you reduce the amount of demand you're taking at home between the hours of 5 o'clock and 6 o'clock. What that means is you'll get rewarded for that, so there'll be a small payment made towards you for doing simple things such as moving a washing machine load to later in the day, or even cooking your tea either earlier or later that evening.
Are you asking people to reduce their energy because you fear a blackout?
No, that's not necessarily the case. So right through the weekend, even going back to last summer, we put in place contingency arrangements, recognising this winter was unprecedented with what was going on in Ukraine, but also how the weather might turn out. What we've seen since last week is the winter's been extremely cold. As a result of that, wind output isn't where it normally is. Therefore, over the weekend, we saw that it would be a tight margin today. So we took the decision over the weekend to warm 3 coal-fired power stations just for contingency, so not necessarily to run, just to ensure that as we get through the evening peak today, we can ensure society that there will be electricity for them to use when they want to use it.
Well, if you're not worried about blackouts, why bother doing this?
So this is all about consumer choice. This is all about the first step into a much bigger picture as we move forward towards net zero. So as we all start to move the way we work and live, so whether it's from moving to electric vehicles or using heat pumps, we're all going to require some more flexibility in how we use our load, when we use our load, and also how we get rewarded to use our load. So this is a world-leading example of how we've put together in a short space of time a demand flexibility service that allows consumers to shift their demand and actually get rewarded for it. So this isn't just the end today, this is the start of something much, much bigger.
A lot of people, though, don't want to have smart meters for all sorts of reasons, and you can't get involved unless you've got one.
Yeah, that's correct. And up to me, it's about consumer choice. So this isn't about telling people what to do or telling people how to do it. It's for those who want to get involved, who want to have that opportunity to actually make a little bit of money, but by doing simple things you do every day at a different time of day or overnight. As a result of that, it means that they will get that additional reward that goes through and help them with their bills through this winter.
OK, but you're not asking people to turn their thermostats down, are you?
No, this is about shifting electricity load away from the peak today. So this is about their choice. They should do what they believe is right for them. And if they don't think it's right for them, they don't have to do anything. So again, if they are interested, I would encourage them to speak to their supplier and find out if they can get involved if they're not already.
OK, and if people do want to have a smart meter, how do they get one?
Contact your supplier, ensure you can get on the list and make sure you get one installed this year. I only had mine for 3 or 4 months ago, and for me, certainly, even though I'm in the energy industry, it is such an eye-opener as to when you use energy through the day. For me, that's all about using an air fryer instead of the oven, for example. So it's all about getting the consumer engaged and really understanding their energy choice, and also about ensuring they get rewarded for when they choose to use it through things as demand flexibility service.
But just to underline, if you have a smart meter, then you can be cut off, can't you, quite easily?
That's not necessarily the case. The smart meter is just about providing information back to the supplier to understand your recording, to understand the electricity used on any particular day. It's all about the consumer fully understanding how much energy they use within a day and across a week and across a year. So they can make informed choices about where they use their energy, and actually, when it comes to it, should they switch supplier to get a better deal.
OK, good to talk to you. Thanks for taking the time. Much appreciated.
Thank you.